In today's video, we're recapping a 2014 movie titled The Signal. The movie opens with Nick, a young man dealing with a form of muscular dystrophy, embarking on a road trip to California with his girlfriend Haley and their close friend Jonah. The trio, who were all classmates at MIT, share a strong bond. Along the way, they indulge in simple pleasures like visiting aquariums, dining at diners, and exploring picturesque landscapes. However, this seemingly ordinary road trip takes a mysterious turn when Nick receives an unexpected text message from an enigmatic figure known as Nomad. Nomad is an anonymous hacker who has been a thorn in Nick and Jonah's side for some time. His antics even once led to an almost disastrous situation at MIT, nearly getting them expelled. Nick, frustrated with Nomad's relentless harassment, decides to confront him, threatening to expose his identity. In response, Nomad surprises them by sending a live video, showing he's been watching them through Haley's laptop's webcam, cleverly hacked into the background. Feeling the urgency to put an end to the harassment, Nick decides to track down Nomad's location. He and Jonah uncover that Nomad is operating from the state of Nevada. Determined to confront him face-to-face, they continue their journey. During a stop at a gas station, Jonah receives a chilling picture of their car from Nomad. As they proceed, Jonah, seated in the back, takes on the task of pinpointing Nomad's exact location, while the atmosphere inside the car becomes more charged. After successfully tracking down Nomad's location, the boys realize it isn't far from where they currently are. Eager to confront the mysterious hacker, they decide to pay him a visit on their way. However, their plans are interrupted when they discover that Haley is missing. Nick eventually finds her sitting on a nearby cliff, and the two finally have a conversation about their relationship. Nick, burdened by his disability, doesn't want to hold Haley back from her dreams. He suggests breaking up before she leaves for California, hoping it will be for the best. Haley, deeply in love with Nick, tries to convince him that their relationship can withstand any challenges. When Nick remains resolute in his decision, Haley, hurt and frustrated, takes off the necklace he had given her and throws it away. The three then continue their journey to confront Nomad. Arriving at an abandoned house at night, they are skeptical about the likelihood of finding Nomad at such a location. Nevertheless, Nick and Jonah decide to explore the house while Haley waits outside. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream pierces the night, and the boys rush outside to find Haley missing. Panic sets in as they discover the car's radio is glitching. Frantically calling out for Haley, Nick's flashlight reveals a disturbing sight. Haley is being pulled into the sky by an otherworldly force. Terrified, the boys desperately attempt to reach her but are unsuccessful. The next thing Nick knows, he awakens in a hospital-like facility, wearing nothing but a hospital gown. A man in a peculiar white spacesuit-like suit then brings him to a room in a wheelchair. The man introduces himself as Dr. Wallace Damon and begins recording their conversation. He questions Nick about the first time he encountered the mysterious signal. Confused and disoriented, Nick has no idea what Damon is referring to. He anxiously inquires about his friends and demands to call his family, but Damon dismisses his concerns and quickly ends the conversation when he notices Nick's nose starting to bleed profusely. The next day, Nick finds himself back in the same room of the mysterious facility. Along the way, he notices workers cleaning something on the facility's floor. His heart sinks when he spots Haley lying in another room, and he immediately demands to see her. However, the workers refused his request. Meeting with Damon once again, Nick is bombarded with a series of perplexing questions, some even questioning his very identity. Damon brings up the signals, referring to Nomad's enigmatic texts that have plagued Nick and Jonah. To Nick's astonishment, Damon shows him a clip from the night they were at Nomad's location. Upon zooming in, they discover an alien figure lurking in the background, revealing that Nomad was far more than just a mere hacker. During another encounter with Damon, Nick is subjected to a shape and color test. Annoyed by the triviality of the test, Nick effortlessly solves it, demanding once more to see Haley. Damon agrees, taking Nick to the room where Haley lies unconscious in a coma. He assures Nick that as soon as she regains consciousness, they can speak to her. From that moment on, Nick becomes resolute in his determination to escape the facility. He carefully observes and analyzes everything around him, devising a plan to break free. Back in his room, Nick puts his daring plan into action. He goes to Haley's room and ties her bed to his wheelchair, intending to carry her along on their escape. Meanwhile, Damon returns to Nick's room only to discover numerous drawings of the facility scattered all over the bed. The plans for Nick's escape are now in Damon's hands. Nick manages to reach the exit door with Haley alongside him, but he struggles to reach the keypad due to his disability. Desperate to escape, Nick improvises, using the hospital tube to press the keys. However, before he can make his escape, Damon catches him. Next, we see Nick regain consciousness. As he tries to break free from the guards, he falls off the bed, and the sight of his bleeding causes the men to leave. To his horror, Nick discovers that his legs have been amputated and replaced by prostheses utilizing advanced alien technology. Sending 2 workers to retrieve Nick, Damon underestimates the strength of Nick's new alien-enhanced legs. With newfound power, Nick blew the exit door open, taking Haley with him. At the elevator, Damon calmly informs Nick that he can only help inside the facility. Ignoring Damon's warning, Nick flees with Haley. Haley finally regains consciousness and the two continue on foot. They are overjoyed when a car driven by an elderly woman approaches. Throughout the ride, the woman acts very strangely. She drops them off at a gas station. Inside, Nick attempts to use a phone, but it doesn't work. To his shock, he sees his face on the news broadcast on TV. In that moment, a red truck snatches Haley away. Using his new superhuman legs, Nick sprints after the truck. Inside the vehicle, Haley finds a gun and aims it at the man trying to kidnap her. Together, they overpower the man, throwing him out of the truck and making their escape. Meanwhile, Damon sets up a roadblock, hoping to capture the fleeing duo. Damon encounters the old woman, and something about her unsettles him. Damon persuades her to accompany him back to the facility for interrogation. However, during the process, the old woman's nose starts to bleed, like Nick's earlier experience. A chilling revelation unfolds as Damon produces a gun from his briefcase, and the screen fades to black, implying a grim outcome. Nick and Haley find themselves lost and disoriented, with no idea of their whereabouts. They eventually stumble upon an abandoned visitor center and decide to temporarily take refuge there. Inside, Nick attempts to use a phone, but once again it fails to work. Back at the facility, Damon and his men relentlessly pursue the duo. They eventually locate the man responsible for abducting Haley. He appears to have descended into madness, claiming that his family sits beside him when he is alone. When he points a gun at Damon, it fails to fire, leading to Damon shooting the man dead before leaving. Meanwhile, Nick and Haley hear a noise downstairs and take cover, only to discover that it's Jonah. Jonah reveals that they may have ended up in the infamous Area 51, and it becomes apparent that his arms have been replaced with prostheses as well. The next day, in their search for an escape route, the group encounters a roadblock, and Jonah takes action by attacking a guard and firing shots with his gun. Nick and Haley seek cover beside the truck, but Jonah ends up severely wounded in the process. Knowing their chances of escape are slim, Jonah selflessly tells Nick to take Haley and leave him behind to distract the guards. He uses his new prosthetic arms to destroy a cylinder blocking the truck's path, giving them a chance to run away. After their daring escape attempt, Nick and Haley's truck hits a spike line on the road, causing it to flip over. Despite the wreckage, they manage to crawl out, but their injuries are severe. Soon after, the guards arrive in a chopper and snatch Haley away, leaving Nick in a state of distress. In a startling revelation, Nick notices Damon's name tag and realizes that it spells Nomad when read backward. Damon, now stripped of his deception, confesses that he had been Nomad all along. His motive was to bring Nick to the facility to test alien technology on him, with Nick's bionic legs serving as a twisted example of a blend of human and alien technology. Fueled by anger and a desire for justice, Nick's newfound superhuman abilities enable him to sprint at incredible speed, breaking through an invisible barrier on the bridge. Upon breaking through the barrier, Nick finds himself in a different and vast exterior facility. Through the breach, he witnesses a breathtaking sight, an Earth-like world nestled within a canyon city. As he looks back, he sees Damon walking up to remove his helmet, revealing his true form as a robotic alien with a human-like facade. But the revelation doesn't end there. When Nick turns around, he gazes through the glass and is astonished to see stars and outer space, dawning on him that he is not in a mere government facility, but aboard an immense alien spacecraft. The camera pulls back, revealing the magnitude of the ship with a parabolic sunshield on top and a vast alien city, complete with skyscrapers pointing away from an alien sun. To see more videos like this, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, Keep your eyes and ears open for the signals that might change your life forever. Thank you for watching.